All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Patrick Henry High School for tonight's matchup between your Patriots and the Highland Springs Springers. They have come across town to play Patrick Henry. We will go head their way to their brand new building, their brand new school building later in the month, perhaps one of the last matches we have of the regular season before senior night, I believe. But we are here tonight, and the Patriots are warming up. As you can see, there's 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. We will have the start of it right after that, I would imagine. So that should be pretty close to on time, 7 o'clock, a little after maybe, to get this thing going. The JV has played already. They won their match 2-0. Over the Springers. I believe it was 25-6 and 25-10 as the Springers were a bit outmatched for the Patriots. They were quite the Springers looked like they were new to volleyball, and we don't know much about the varsity other than I've looked at some of the records that they have. They lost 3-0 to the Hermitage team that we played last night. That doesn't surprise me, though. The Hermitage team were kind of snuck up on us last night a little bit. They're pretty decent. But then Highland Springs has beaten Verina and Henrico, the other couple of teams we've beaten pretty badly. So they're kind of in that zone, I think. And we'll see how it goes as the night moves on. So this is their roster. Again, I like to show the rosters of the opposing teams if I can, because you never know if any of you folks out there know any of these ladies or the head coach, Patrice Franklin. I don't know anything about these ladies. I don't recognize any of the names, and admittedly, I did not get this roster until just a few minutes ago, so I didn't have a chance to talk to Corinne if she knew of anyone or if any of the girls sounded familiar from the travel perspective. So, but I know in the past what I've seen from Highland Springs is there's usually one or two girls that play travel and are clearly the top players on the team, and then a lot of inexperience on the team for the rest of it. So that is perhaps what we'll see some tonight. We don't know. We'll see what happens. But the girls are fired up. They're warming up now. And it looks like I see Emily. I'll take that off. Emily Hancock really starting to shine out of the middle as she's been playing middle the last couple of matches, first in Atlee and last night against Hermitage. But I think that she looks like she's comfortable in the middle, and it looks like it's the right place for her right now, utilizing that height. And she has learned how to be quite a presence on defense, and she's gotten a lot of blocks. I did not catch how many blocks she had last night. She caught 6. She had 6 full blocks against Atlee, and I imagine another 4 or 5 last night. And I'm talking about block kills, the official blocks, as when the ball comes over and you get your hands on it, and if it's still being played, that's not a block. If you block the ball back over to the other side of the court and the other team digs it and continues the point, that's not an official block either. But it's all good defense. So that's what you see in the stats sometimes when you kind of scratch your head and go, gosh, she only had 3 blocks. I saw her hands get on 20 balls. But that's the case there with blocking. So 10 matches left for Patrick Henry regular season, and I did not update from last night the standings, but I do have a little bit of news. Let me turn that back on. So we're looking at Hanover at the top there, and as I mentioned last night, I think that eventually Hanover might slide down quite a bit. They went out and beat up on Deep Run last night. They won 3-0 over Deep Run, as did we earlier in the season. But Hanover is proven to be a team that we need to watch out for, and we'll know a whole lot more about them in 2 nights as we travel out to that part of the county to take the Hawks on Thursday night. So they are, but they won last night. They're 6-1. Atlee did not play. Monacan did play, and they beat Matoaka, so they're 7-2. Chancellor, and this is a big one too. Chancellor had to play Cortland, which is usually Cortland and Chancellor are kind of the big two of the biggest teams up in the Battlefield District up north. And Cortland, the 6-9, now 7-9. Cortland beat Chancellor, so Chancellor drops to 3-2. They drop below Patrick Henry in the standings. PH obviously 9-4. Who else played? Mechanicsville's 4-3 now. They beat Henrico last night. Eastern View played last night, but there's no record of who won that match. And quite frankly, I think Eastern View's kind of lined up to have some trouble this year, battling for a playoff spot. So they may be out of the mix pretty soon anyway. So it's, these standings, I mean, we need to pay attention to them now pretty much every match. So here we are, end of warm-ups. The horn has sounded, and we're going to do the anthem. I don't believe we're doing the announcements or the rosters tonight. So we'll just do an anthem, and I don't know if Coach wants me to be down there for that, but all right. No roster announcements tonight. I think Jess was mentioning to me earlier that she is so tired of that microphone giving us trouble. She did not want to do the announcements in here. So we'll see what happens with our rosters, and I am going to keep my other roster up for the Highland Springs team. Oh, I did want to mention Highland Springs. They're actually 4-5 on the season. They have beaten Bird, Varina. They beat John Marshall. They beat Armstrong. They've lost again to Hermitage. I mentioned that earlier. They lost to Atlee, Caroline, Colonial Heights, and Meadowbrook. So kind of down the middle in here. And they have to, they have a lot of matches with the rest of the Capital District foes that we play, Henrico and Varina and the rest of the Hanover schools. Pulling up their roster now. I'll be pulling it up on the side so you won't see it on the screen. Eventually, if my internet works. On the Patrick Henry court, you see kind of the traditional starters there as Abby Hildebrand is back tonight. Libero, and I believe Zofia was on. So Highland Springs to start things off. And that's going to go long to begin. And again, if I can get my internet going here, get these rosters. All right, you know what? I'm going to bail on that and just pull up. I'm just going to pull up the image. All right, let's get the camera in. I think I've got this set now. All right. So Claire serving as usual into the net. A very rare service error for Claire. And for Highland Springs, looks like number 5, Kaya Tyler, back to serve. Kaya listed as a junior. Excuse me, Kayla Tyler. Down ref trying to fix the scorebook a little bit. Getting folks straight. 3-1 PH. And Tyler to serve. Abby. So Corinne will come from that side, and it goes a little long. Corinne's still having some issues with jumping, I believe, or shin splints and such. And she's a hurdler on the track team, so she'll have to work on that. Here's Wren rolling one. Big high roll right to the middle. Right where nobody was. Saw number 4, Jordan Holt, dive for it. Wren back to serve. Up 4-2. There's a good pass. Looks like Holt will be the setter for the Springers. And Addison 6 outside. And just a little bit low as number 10, Mylan Robinson, attempted to get that over. Wren still going. And right off the back of number 11, kind of into her teammate's arms there. Probably threw her off a little bit. Joy Tate is number 11. (6-2) Patrick Henry. And that is a good serve right down the middle as Highland Springs defense playing a little deep. So timeout Highland Springs as coach wants to talk to her team and try to get things defensively back into spots here. Patrice Franklin, the head coach again. She looks like she's the only coach here tonight. So as I look at the roster, they're showing 4 seniors on their roster, and the rest are juniors. I know number 10, Mylan Robinson, we've called her name. She's a senior. Jordan Holt, number 4, we've called her name a senior. And I don't know if number 2 or 3 are on the court yet. They're seniors. Shermesha Green, Bethany Firus. Listed at 5'1", so perhaps a libero. Oh, I see her sitting. She's on the side here. Wren still going. 7-2, and that deep outside's still pretty deep back there. Wren went right to her. Robinson again, just not enough elevation. There's a good pass. And a good block by Emily. Right there ready for Robinson's hit. And like I said earlier, I think Emily is she's starting to see it in the middle. Defensively, she doesn't have to jump super high to block. As that ball goes off of Tyler's arms and out of bounds. Aubrey Cox coming in to play outside for Addison 6. Imagine we may see some subs coming in soon. 10-2. And that ball might make it over, not enough. The Springers having some issues with getting 3 in a row. There's a pass. Robinson putting that over. Corinne down the middle. There's a good spot. Abby takes care of it though. And there's Aubrey Cox. And that will be a point for Patrick Henry. Good hit by Cox. Robinson pushes it over. And there's Claire from the pipe into the corner. I guess not really the pipe, it's kind of off to the side, but a good kill for Williamson. 13-2. Wren continues the run. So their setter just kind of pops it over sometimes. And that was a little tight for Emily, but she gets it over. And a little confusion. Good hustle by the Springers, but too many bodies in one place. And there's a hard swing by Robinson. Just under it way too much. Can't get my phone settled here. There's a dig. And that does make it over. Good job by the Springers. And there's Wren out of the pipe. Just a high roll to the middle there. Robinson trying to push it over. (16-2) Wren still going. Imagine we may see a sub at some point in the near future, maybe Ashley. Good dig by Abby. Corinne from this side goes a little long again. The court needs to be about a foot longer for her. She has a lot of errors this year, hitting errors going long, and here comes, as I was mentioning, here comes Ashley to serve for Wren. Well, Wren's done serving now. Ashley will be the outside hitter on the back row right now. Number 15, Kendra Higginbotham, bottom, serving. Aubrey going also long. Trying to go down the line. Good dig. Emily just goes straight down. Somebody hits the net, though. I think Emily followed through and hit the net. So, yep. The down ref calls it. He sees the swing, and that does happen. Especially trying to convert to a middle. You have to kind of change your arm motion when you're in the middle. Short, compact swing. And Aubrey goes long again. I don't think we're worried about losing the match, but I do think we want to work on some things. It's an ideal spot to work on some things. And Corinne gets that over to the other side. And Claire just dumps it. So Emily comes off. That sends Zofia to the front for the first time. Abby to serve. And Robinson gets her arms on it. Good hustle by the Springers. Claire again. She goes long. So we have, sorry, the camera, I didn't show you guys, but that went about a foot long as well. Somebody shorten the court on these girls. Robinson back to serve. And a little overpass there. The Springers do recognize it. And Aubrey perhaps trying to change some things in midair so she doesn't hit it long. Robinson again. And that might go long. It does. Ashley lets that one go. So 17-8 as Ann-Kate Leonardo will take the back row for Corinne. And she will serve as well. Cox recognized that. Couldn't quite get enough on the ball. Springers called for a lift there. Push right in the middle there. Ann-Kate, good hustle. And that might go low. Nope. Ann-Kate gets a hold of it. Big high pop flies right now. Here we go. There's Zofia in the middle, going right down the middle. Robinson gets a hand on it though. And Robinson bumps it out of bounds for the Springers. Good volley there. 20-8. Off. I think that went off with Sophia's head. The boys used to, when they know they have a big server, they will cover their heads. The middles, people on the guys on the front row, they will put hands over their heads so if the ball hits them in the head, they don't get a concussion. Aubrey Cox's turn. 21-9. Into the net for Higginbottom. She's tall. She doesn't, there's no listing, but she is, I think she's over 6 feet. Wonder if she plays basketball too. And just the last second reach there by Higginbottom. I think she realized it was going to be in. Oh, that's going to go long for Cox. 23-10. As Addison will take the back row for her. Number 7, Jordan Robinson-Jones having a seat. Number 13 coming in. That is Sanaya Shaw. She will serve. Shaw has some good dribbles. Shaw has some good dribbles there. I wonder if she's a basketball player too. Ashley mishits that one. Yeah, Higginbottom is well taller than Claire. She's probably a good 6'1", maybe 6'2". And that will be a point for PH. One more for us to win the set, 24-11. I hate to do the stereotypical, she's 6'2", so she must play basketball. But I got that all my life at 6'5". And into the nets. Jordan Holt hits that into the net, and that's 25-11. PH taking set number 1 here at Patrick Henry. Let's see, Ann Kate is going to change her jersey to become the libero. As you see some of the JV players getting the okay to leave. Kind of typical, the JV, they have to stick around for one set and then they can go home, and they're younger, so perhaps have a little bit earlier bedtimes and get the homework and all that. So the boys won last night, Hermitage, and they will stay on top. I don't have all of last night's in here either. Sometimes I have to work during the day. Kind of gets in the way of this. But PH still on top, 9-3 now. And looking good for the playoffs for now. I'm sure Coach Townsend is going to keep them in line for the rest of the year. Schedule again. Last night, we know that one. We know about Hanover coming up. Next week, again, only one match next week, Varina. Then I dare say it might start to get a little cool out. Following week, we're at Henrico, which I will try to broadcast. We are at Mechanicsville on Thursday. I will not be able to broadcast. And when I say broadcast, I mean live. I'll go live against Henrico. At Mechanicsville, I won't be able to go live. And then the following week, we talked about it last night, 3 matches. 2 of them big-time matches, Godwin and Atlee, both on the road. I'll be able to broadcast live the Godwin match. That one will be one to listen to. And then we host Armstrong and Atlee. And then, the last week of the year is, that's it. The last week in Hanover match is set to be senior night. And most teams are very good about recognizing each other's senior nights and letting it happen. All right, set number 2 getting ready to start. And I see Aubrey Cox on at an outside with Isla Hales the other outside. You see Ann Kate Leonardo, the libero, and Ashley Hall will play right side here as Claire Williamson, who apparently never comes out of a match, is serving right now. Emily getting more playing time on the front row at middle, which is a great idea. I think she just needs to kind of soak all that up as much as possible. I did not see the other middle. Oh, I did. It was Ella Otto. She was on the court. So Ella will be in at the other middle position. little thin in the stands tonight. Not a big crowd from Highland Springs, as they didn't want to come all the way across town, I guess. I like to see Tucker's high school too. I mean, I think Tucker and Highland Springs have a lot of similar layouts apparently, so go to Highland Springs, they'll see a lot of it. And Higginbottom goes a bit long on that one. Oh, that's just a nasty serve, and Highland Springs not able to handle that one. Another one just dropped dead right in the middle. 3-0 to start. The future Louisiana Monroe Warhawk just doing her thing. That's an overpass for Emily. Not quite enough on it. Highland Springs handles it. Hales with a good pass. Oh, and I think there's some confusion there on who that was going to. That set was perhaps a little deep off the net. So Jordan Holt back to serve, and that's going to go wide. (4-1) PH. Cox serving now. And that pass was not too bad, but a little tight to the net, as the Springers were not there for it. Cox, and that's going to go wide. So Cox, a good strong hitter, a bit erratic on occasion. She'll learn to tidy that up in time. And I can't tell. Okay, 13. That's Sanea Shaw. The hair is so long, it covers up the back number. Oh, and Shaw gets the roll off the tape. So there's an ace. And she'll get a redo on that. You get one redo during your service run. Oh, look at that. Good hustle by 6-2, getting that over. And Ashley, I mean. This will be Ashley from the right side. Good hard hit into the corner. Good cross. Hall with a kill. So Ella Otto will come to the front as Emily will serve now. I feel like Emily keeps getting taller. She's got to be at least 6 feet now. Isla Hales with a good kill down the line. And a great set, too, as Claire set her up perfectly. Isla had a good approach on that one, too. Emily Higginbottom over there. Oh, and that set was back set, probably if it was either in one direction or the other, would have been very effective. A little off the net or farther over. Highland Springs will take a timeout down 8-3 here in set 2. Not a lot of energy on at PH's part, but I think that's natural and sometimes in matches like this. And, you know, and this is, I may have mentioned too, this is not a match where there are a whole lot of statistics that start, you know, lighten up the scoreboard. A lot of the points are made on errors and mishits and that sort of thing, as opposed to volleys back and forth. So girls look like they're having fun though. So the regular season goes through October, and then the playoffs will begin within a week or so of that. I think they may have maybe a week off, and then the regional playoffs will begin. They will last about a week, maybe 8 days. With 10 teams going, they'll have to have technically four rounds of playoff. A bunch of teams will have a bye in the first round. That's going to go wide. Emily's still up, or still serving, and that will be a redo for Emily. And that goes under the net. Donuts for everyone. Shaw will have a seat. Robinson Jones comes in for her. And we see Shermesha Green coming in for the Springers to the front row. Higginbottom serving. And Isla Hales is going to get the attempt here. And again, right down that line. There's no blocking presence for the Springers. And I think if they could work on that, they can disrupt the offense a bit. Ashley Hall to serve. Claire middle, Ella. Oh, and I think Ella got the net. Nope, it looks like a Springer got into the net. Sorry, I had to take a little break there. Highland Springs with another timeout. 12-4, that'll be their last timeout of the set. That's some good work in for some Patriots. I believe we have all the Patriots here today. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I see them all 14. So come playoff time, Coach Jess sometimes will call up players from the JV, depending on who may be needed. And if there's room, I think typically she doesn't want to carry more than 15 in the playoffs. So I suppose there's a chance that one player could be called up from JV. And if, knock on wood, everyone stays healthy for the rest of the season, then it'll just be a matter of perhaps the most deserving JV player coming up. Otherwise, if we have some injuries, it could be who's most needed. Into the net for Green. Isla Hales again all into the net that time. And what I saw on the other side, too, it looked like Highland Springs was making an adjustment because there were a couple of blockers over there, including Green. And I believe I saw Robinson sneaking over there. They see that set going over to Isla. Robinson to serve. That's a good serve. And Leonardo digging it out. Ooh, mishit by Ashley. Unless she decided she doesn't like Ella. In which case, maybe it's a good hit by her. I doubt it. I think she meant to go over the net. And who doesn't like Ella? And speaking of Ella, there's a kill into the corner. Good kill for Otto, the senior. Cox to come in and play front row. Isla Hales will go back and serve. Haven't seen Nora tonight. Haven't seen Aaron Bennett tonight. Well, perhaps we'll see them in the next set. And just right down the middle, in the middle of nowhere, and Highland Springs really not moving their feet on that. Higginbottom, the only one going after it. And there's the spot again. There's a kill attempt. Good dig by Leonardo. A dig turned into an assist as Claire takes care of business. And Kate is everywhere. Like to see her don that blue jersey on occasion. 16-6 PH on top here in set 2. Oh, and another one kind of right in the middle there as Highland Springs defensively, they're just not active right now very much. Takes a little bit too. You play the sport, you start to anticipate things a little bit better. You don't play the sport, you don't get to anticipate as much. That may be what's happening a little bit. Oh, another one right down the spot there, but Highland Springs ready. Isla, Leonardo, Robinson trying to get it. That's a good hustle there. I think that's going to come up over, yep, and out. So 19-6, PH pouring it on. Isla, another one right down that same spot. Looks like Highland Springs adjusted on that one. That's going to go a little far there for Green. Green gets that one. Robinson sets up. Free ball for us. They're just kind of punching it over. Ella wanted to hit that one. Cox, oh, just mishit that one too. So Aubrey just a little bit of what I notice sometimes on the jumping, trying to get to that ball at the top part that she can, top part of her jump, and it just kind of misses on occasion. Oh, what a serve by Higgin. Oh, no, who was that? I'll have to see who that was. There's Cox. So, and that serve was by Joy Tate. Strong serve. As Ella will come out now, and Emily back to the front row. Kamani Bruce coming in for the Springers to serve, or to be back row. Leonardo to serve. Robinson. And Claire just really follows through and hits the net. I think she may have thought she was a little farther off the net. Smiling about it. Looks like Green is going back to serve. And Ashley gets that. Claire pumps it back over. Leonardo will set up. That's a nice set from there. Aubrey Cox, good hard cross or down the middle. Smiling. Tyler in for Green, and Higginbottom's racing in. No need to sub. That's a middle switch there. All right, Claire's back to serve. Claire with a dig. And Kate setting up Aubrey again. Nice, hard, deep ball. She's getting that downward motion on these last two she's hit. Good snap follow through. 22-8. And just off the outstretched arms of Bruce. Ashley Hall, nice cross. Good follow through on that as PH wins set number 2, 25-8. Here at PH. Decisive. And the down ref is a little animated, a little more than he needs to be, in my opinion. So the up ref is new, and the down ref's going to go talk to him about how to end a set in there. He needs to blow the whistle and kind of do that arms crossing motion that lets everyone know the set's over. The down ref is wanting to get everything tidy. Needs to read the room a little better, I think. So 2-0 Patrick Henry on top. Let's try to look at some baseball scores. I'm a big baseball fan, and I'm a Giants fan, San Francisco Giants, so I'm having a good year right now. I say that, and who knows what happens now, but they don't play till later tonight. Winning the division. For all of you baseball fans out there, I'm sure you already know about all the drama with the tightness in the playoff races, some of the wild card races. Looks like it'd be interesting. We may have a Yankees-Red Sox one-game wild card next, or when the playoffs begin. It's kind of how it's lining up right now. But there are a lot of wild card. Let me look at it. There are a lot of teams in the mix there. At the moment, the Yankees have a one-game edge on the Red Sox. Both of them would make the wild card, while Toronto's a game back behind Boston. So Toronto, Seattle, Oakland, they're all tight up in there. They have chances. The rest of them are all eliminated. That'd be interesting. Imagine that. Like, one game to move on. Red Sox in the Bronx playing the Yankees. That would be pretty cool. The National League, the big battle is whether the Dodgers or the Giants are going to win the West. The two top records in the entire Major League Baseball, both in the same division. So whoever doesn't win the West will host the wild card against the St. Louis Cardinals, more than likely. I'm not sure I want to play the Cardinals in one game. Let's let the Dodgers do that. But enough about baseball. We're talking volleyball. So a lot of, what do we have? Kind of a mix here on the court. I see here. Looks like Abby Hildebrand's in the outside hitter position. Nope, she's going to be setting. She is going to be setting. Aubrey outside. Zofia middle. Ella Otto middle. And Ashley will be the right side hitter. And guess who else is an outside hitter? Claire Williamson. She's smiling. She wants to hit. Okay. That is a big, strong start right into the corner there for number 4, Jordan Holt. Starting out with an ace. And you can see Nora on as the libero. Claire Williamson will have to make sure her mentality is around to dig now, not let ball number 1 go by. Oh, Aubrey almost got a nice kill there. Higginbottom, good downward motion there. As Abby sets up Aubrey Cox. I have to get used to hearing that next year. All indication is that Abby will be the setter for the Patriots next year. And what a serve. And really, what a great dig by the Springers. Middle hit for Zofia. And everybody's trying to set. You could see Nora trying to sneak her way in and Zofia taking the set. 2-1 Springers. Shaw will come in, perhaps to serve. And Cox, and that's a tip. That should be a tip. Oh, and the down ref calls a net violation. I believe he called on Higginbottom. Unfortunate for the Springers, although I do think it was tipped as it went out. I'm having the hardest time with my camera tonight. And that ball never makes it over for Robinson. Back comes in Jordan Robinson-Jones. Higginbottom gets it airborne, and that's not going to do it. 4-2. Nice jump serve there. And an ace, and I hope the camera caught that for you. That thing landing. I don't know if I got it or not. That's a really nice serve she's got there. Just right in the middle there for the ace. And a deep ball there goes just wide. Nope, it landed on the line. The up rough was right there to look down at it. So another ace for Cox. And another ace. Off the hands of Tyler. Aubrey's piling them up tonight. And Springers get that one airborne. So that's a point for Patriots. Not an ace, but still a point. 9-2 PH. Higginbottom will attempt. And Claire taking a swing at it. Good dig by the Springers, but no one there to retrieve it. See the smile on Claire's face. Aubrey still going. The referee was asking the young lady to move from back there. Another ace. It's about 4 aces on this run, 4 or 5. We get a timeout for the Springers. So good job by Cox. Still going though. See how long that lasts. So I know you guys are anxious to hear more about the skincare products that my sister makes and the other wellness products, not just skincare too. That Deeper Sleep Cream is very popular. It's the most popular item. If you're having trouble sleeping at night, you can use this. It's a cream that you place a little on the bottom of your feet, rub it in. It's not oily. It goes in nicely and helps you go to sleep and stay asleep all night. And we're excited. We just signed 2 more boutiques up in Vermont are going to have our product as we're just getting this whole thing started here. Cox. Oh, the timeout that kills it. Something magical about timeouts. And Kate will play back row for Cox. Higginbottom back there. That's a really good dig off the net by Abby. Being patient, letting that ball come down off the net. And I believe Claire got that into the corner. Might have been Sophia. You guys can hit the replay and check it out. And Sophia gets the ace. Very effective finding that kind of middle dead area there. And that one gets airborne, but no one comes to get it. 14-3, Zofia still serving. Higginbottom, good pass on that one, and that's going to be a double hit on there. Not sure Holt agreed with that, but oh, what a serve right over. She hits Joy Tate in the face, I think. Probably was a shock that the ball came over the net. It almost looked like it was going to hit the net. Might have surprised Tate a little. There's another one. Robinson This will be Ella Otto with the attempt. Higginbottom taking care. Robinson goes deep on that one, a little too far. So number 6, Azria Rice comes in for the Springers. I think this is her first time on the court tonight, unless I missed it earlier. Zofia. Just not enough on that one. I was thinking it was going to just sneak over, but not enough. Robinson will go serve. Ooh, that's a good serve there. That overpass, Abby was able to handle that. That's going to go deep there, but Higginbottom takes it. Nora. Back to Abby. Robinson. Really good job by Springers. And Ella pushes it over. And a good dig by Robinson, but out of bounds. Good volleyball there. I don't know who got that over. I think that might have been number 7, Jordan Robinson-Jones. Higginbottom will have a seat. Tanaya Austin. Whoops. This referee is a little full of himself tonight, I think. Aaron Bennett. Oh, right off the hands of Robinson. Came through her hands. And in comes Bethany Farouz for the first time tonight. Robinson will have a seat. Springers getting their chance to play. Bennett. Oh, Farouz hustles after it, but that was a tough pass to handle. And we have another sub. Kamani Bruce. As Shermesha Green will have a seat. Aaron Bennett serving still. 21-4. Trying to finish this match off. Oops, missed hit there. Bruce gets that a little bit out of the reach of number 14, Bruce. Oh, there's an ace. Right down in that dead spot. And the Springers will need to get this one over, and that will not be enough, and that will do it. As Patrick Henry has won here tonight, 3-0. The third set was 25-4, PH winning over the Springers. So we will see them again later in the season at their brand new school. So Thursday at Hanover, 5:45 JV. 7 o'clock-ish on the Varsity. It will not be live. I will upload that one as well. That means you have to show up. So come on to Hanover High School. Patrick Henry has moved to 10-4 on the season. good win for them. So we will see you guys on Thursday for more Patrick Henry Volleyball. Have a good evening, folks. Good night.